the inside line. Trevor Martin's going to sweep all the way around the outside of the wheel of the dark blue and red Scania. They're still side by side. And by the look of things, should be able to get the truck race and turn it towards the apex for Drury's in the lead of the race. Jim Bennett has to into what is third position, but it's Ollie James that goes all the way around the outside of Bannick Bend. Hangs on to second. Ollie James in the Freightliner there in third place. Contact between Matt Summerfield and Stuart Oliver. And Matt Summerfield is backwards into the barrier. Stuart Oliver has also gone backwards into the barrier. And for all of the water come up as well. I think it's probably not to tell you that it's Stuart Oliver is able to keep going, but Matt Summerfield is only 16. So that has massive implications for the championship battle. Massive implications for the circuit. Stuart Oliver is in fourth position, taking the lead in Division 2 as they head through Surtees Corner. Is now former company flying for Smithers Wide coming out of Graham Hill Bend. Drop down to second, now down to third. Clear way. Head out of Graham Hill Bend. Still Brian Smith. The match at this stage. We are side by side. The overall lead of the race with Simon Cole Mercedes drawing himself alongside former company Brayton Legend from the Gambler. Simon Cole from Amazon. On the other side, Mercedes goes through and into the lead of the race. Former company down into second. This is a little bit of momentum coming out of Paddock Hill Bend, which is about 10:52 to work its way through. So leading at 52 laps. Former company finds himself down in third. By the time he back tries to stick his elbow down to him, then he goes the long way round and through his corner. The next polished surface giving him a little bit more grip. The light of the top has switched to one take him out to the corner. Ricky Collins and West Yorkshire still leads the race on the bigger block. Okay, now on Red Silver, second time. The Simon, straight line at number 22. A Ollie James, that's the stop. Mid-race, having his best. Jochen Hahn truck, spoke to Jochen earlier on in the commentary box. He has lost a place and is now down to third in his respective plan. Overall in the race. Now, hang on to that. Taking place in the lap. Time champion. And the most champion seen as a man third contract for the Bill MAS. We're at the halfway point of the race. 5 minutes to go. Plus the extra lap. Simon Cole still leading then over the start finish line. 36 seconds later. Gareth attacking forward company. This time it looks to the ERM in so far this year. That was back at Druxton way back in June. Well, the man from Halifax going well. But there's been compromise coming out of Graham Hill Bend. He's trying to work his way through a path right searching on both lines. He's right. Safely out of the way without one coming through. Simon goes through. Turning, firing, back end, all three paddock area, now the main will go. Feed their way through a path number 87, Ryan Smith to get it ready for Brands Hatch. Steve Bowden very sideways right ahead of the Division 1 leader Ricky Collins, who is under huge pressure now. Still from Stuart Oliver. Stuart Oliver's looking for the inside line as they head up towards 30's corner. They're side by side towards 30's corner. Stuart Oliver takes the lead of Division 1. Ricky Collins looks ready to do a great deal about that. Whilst the quicker Division 1 trucks try to work their way up onto the coattails of the Division 2. Ryan Smith is side by side with Ricky Collins for what is now second and third place in the division. Ryan Smith goes through, plays James Forrest. He is concerned and a big spin for John Powell. Now the Cooper train just disappeared out the side. The truck went totally sideways and Brian Burt might have got involved there. John Powell disappeared somewhere out the side. The Division 1 trucks starting to close in on it now. It is still Stuart Oliver that is third in the race, but the leading Division 1 truck, that next is 10 points on it. That was the wrong thing, but 9 points. And on to the lead Division 1, and Matt Summerfield at the moment, main championship rival in Division 1. That would give him 7 points, seems to be 2 points separated from them. Let me go into the final race. Matt Summerfield looking to
bit of an... Everybody's after his son. His son is having a big hug at the moment. Double Freddie, I want to have a that's a great run. You can enjoy the moment. Well done, Freddie. What a way to finish the season. This is hard work that's gone into this, isn't it? Yeah, I'll face it. We've been chipping on the door all year, and you know, it's been a monkey on my back not to win a race, and a sunny podium. Make a mistake of it. You know, it's just amazing. I'm so thankful to all the boys, all the sponsors, and everybody. It's just unreal, really. What's your dad like on the can't catch you, mate. You know,
himself into the lead of the race. Jim Bennington just didn't get going there in reality. So it is number 3, Steve Powell, that leads as they head up towards Paddock Hill Bend for the first time. Ryan Colson's in second position, and Deciso and Tony Smith was in third place. He's drawing himself alongside Ryan Colson on the run up towards Druids, and I think Deciso will go through it to second. And I think there perhaps were problems for the 7 accident of Jim Bennington, because he still hasn't got himself on the tail of the full pace division. Once they're about to go, though, Jake Brereton and Steve Miller up Paddock Hill Bend. Matt Summerfield is also Jake Brereton from Ryan Colson and Matt Smith coming out of Druids, but it is Shane Brereton that leads. Matt Summerfield is there in second place, and it's Steve Thomas in third place. Ricky Collin has to take to the gravel briefly in avoidance, I think, of what was getting a very, very tight part of the circuit. So, as they head to Druids, we've got somebody that's gone straight to the Druids. And Druids at the moment, the front of the Kelton Sporting Scania behind him, as those two head up towards the left-hander at 13, but the red light will come on because of the position in which Shane Brereton's Scania has come to rest in the gravel trap from that Druids corner. And, well, in the leading light, that is almost the last thing that we needed. It shouldn't take long to recover the Scania.
I think they'll be very grateful at the red light. They can see a bit more.